Alright. Welcome to What's Like Niggling Me. I got a few things I want to go through. I gotta fucking sleep, so let's wrap. First off, I got multiple tabs, multiple notes. I got 498 tabs open right now. We got Zionism as defined by Google. The Prime Minister of my fucking country says he's a Zionist. Zionism is a ethno-cultural nationalist movement that emerged in Europe in the late 19th century. Thomas Herzl. Doesn't say his name, but that's who did. That's who was one of the founders, which aimed to establish a national home for the Jewish people, pursued through the colonization of Palestine. That's what Google says. And Google usually does not share my fucking views. That is what they say. It's a political ideology, it says. It seems to me more than a political one. But we'll go with what Google says right now. I had to fucking call TELUS today. Holy fuck. TELUS is garbage. Like, pretty much I know during COVID it happened, because I remember eBay, was a fucking disaster. And it seems like, Elon, Trump, they're forcing people back to work. We have fucking people still at home in Canada, clearly. Because I fucking finally... I call this number and it fucking sends me to the automated thing, and I was avoiding it. I was trying to avoid it. I call again and I'm fucking being rude to the fucking automated voice thing. Because I want to fucking speak to a person. I'm not swearing, but I want to speak to a person. No, I want to speak to a person. And I finally get to a guy. He sounds Middle Eastern. That doesn't really matter to me, but it was tough to understand. I don't know. At first I got some other department. It was a girl. She had an accent too, but I could understand her better. Get this guy, deep voice Middle Eastern guy. Fucking, it was tough. And I could hear what sounds like cats fighting. Like a real fight. Like, I've had cats. I lived in a place where cats were fighting at night. Like that type of fighting. I could hear that. I could hear barking. And then I thought I could hear a faint baby cry. So I'm like, this motherfucker's working from home. This guy at TELUS Mobility is taking my fucking customer service call from home, I'm pretty sure. I just don't think those sounds would have been at the office. And this guy was real fucking slow to do some basic ass shit. Got it done. Niggled me. I think it was my last one. I haven't really done anything with athletics. No, I've done athletics, I've done sports. I haven't done anything gym related, fitness related, things that niggle me. And there's just a fuckload over, what is it? I don't know. How long have I been working out? About 18 years. One of the most popular movements I see in the gym. That is possibly one of the dumbest, biggest wastes of time. Is this exercise. Everyone's seen it before, probably. You fucking put a weight in this hand, or this hand, and you fucking tip over. Because people think it's gonna fucking build, or I don't know 100% what they think. My guess is that they think they're building, or they think they're gonna make their waist smaller. I don't know. It's not doing that. It's a waste of time. It's crazy how popular that movement is. You can go all across fucking... I've been all across Canada and seen it. It's a dumb move. I've seen it online a bajillion times. I see this fucking one idiot at the gym, grown-ass man, thinks he's a boss doing this shit. He's got fucking straps. He grabs the 100-pound dumbbell, he puts his hand up here on his head, and he fucking tips over. Waste of fucking time. It is dumb. Person probably doesn't even know that these are obliques on your side. They just think they're probably working on getting a smaller waist, losing fat here. It's just idiotic. It's dumb. It's a move I wish I could kill in all gyms. Everyone knows what a plank is, pretty much. Do a plank on your side. This part's touching the fucking ground. I'm not doing this on this fucking couch. I'm just fucking touching the ground. You're on your side. And your hip bone, say, is on the ground. Raise your hip bone up in the air. When you push the weight on your arm and you go and you push your hip this way, that's going to work your side, your obliques. Standing and fucking tipping over with a fucking weight is dumb and doesn't do anything. It's extremely popular. Irritates the shit out of me because I've seen it for so many years everywhere, every gym I've gone to. I've probably been to 15 to 20 gyms over the years, and it is done in a mall. It's dumb. Please don't do it if you watch this video. Comment, message me directly, and I'll fucking give you movements for your side. Don't fucking do that, please. Fun fact, Hillary Clinton, Justin Trudeau are cousins. Our government, I mentioned it before, we have this MAID program that you can kill yourself. The government will kill yourself for you. It should really just be used for, you got terminal illness, terminal cancer. I can understand it. Like I get we've taken Jack of work in Canada and gone fucking crazy with it. They've been pushing for people to just have depression and be able to kill themselves. Now they're pushing for mature minors. A new cool phrase I learned. It's pretty fucking crazy. Like ADOS. ADOS, I think is what it is. Africans descended of slavery. Because most of them that are alive aren't now, right? In North America. I know Patrick Willis picked cotton, but he wasn't a slave. So this mature minors, and they say that there's the phrase, I don't 100% know what it is, it's like You give an inch, they take a mile, something like that. So I see this little scheme. I'll touch on another scheme that I saw that's going to happen, I'm pretty sure. So a mature minor is someone that is emancipated. They legally become an adult and your parents aren't your legal guardian anymore, type of thing. Theo Vaughn did it at like 14 or something like that, I think. Young people are, I feel like, can be coerced a lot. Very easy. I know young people can get coerced very easily. They've already had to try and put a stop to, and they're not doing this everywhere, but they should be trying to stop this everywhere, allowing schools to not tell the parents that their kid is transitioning. And they're helping kids hide it from their parents. I don't trust any institution anymore. I don't know if I ever did. Yeah, I thought some stuff was real. I question everything now. There's so many lies in my life and before I was born. So many fucking lies. And we live in this one time of history, and they didn't know when they invented the internet in the 70s, 78 or 79, I think. 79. I think they invented the internet. They didn't know what it was going to become. Peter Nygaard didn't know the internet was going to become what it is, and he'd go to jail for the rest of his life. These people didn't know. So the MAID program, extremely against it. There should be, my mom had to pull the plug on her brother. His liver was failing, like it was, he wasn't even, for years ago, he wasn't even allowed to get a liver transplant because he abused the fuck out of his. Still lived quite a few more years. I'd say 10-ish. My mom made us all go buy fucking suits and shit. Like, sized shirts and shit. When we were a lot younger than when my uncle passed away. Because she thought her brother was gonna die. And he got a lot skinnier over the years. He was a tough motherfucker that went out on his own, though. Did whatever the fuck he wanted in his life. But my mom's tough, like mentally, I guess, like that. So my mom could do that. It's tough. But I get it. His liver is failing. So I get it in those situations. But because someone's depressed, letting them fucking kill themselves is horrible. That in today's age, yeah, like they would have fucking probably lobotomized those people 70 years ago. 80 years ago, 70 years ago, they would have been lobotomizing those people. And then in putting them in mental institutions after they stopped the lobotomies. So now, let's fucking get these people some help. I just fucking heard this guy's first interview he's ever done talking about his daughter who's nonverbal, on like nonverbal speech, like on the spectrum. And at 12 years old, they tried this alphabet thing. They tried this word board. Letter board. They tried this letter board. That's what the word is. I don't even know where it is. Go back to this. They figured out that they tried this letter board thing after they tried this. I talked to my mom about it today. A little bit. Because my mom worked with disabled adults a long time ago. So they used it and then was a teacher after. So it's called ABA. I don't know what that stands for off the top of my head. I can't think. I don't know a lot about the nonverbal thing, but I learned a lot in the 3 hours of this interview. I watched this guy's first interview ever. Did pretty good. It was pretty interesting. His experience with having a daughter on the spectrum, nonverbal, and at 12 years old, after all this ABA, can't think of what it is, but it's a way to try and work with people that are nonverbal or just people on the spectrum, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, as from what I understand. It doesn't work on people that are nonverbal because they don't have motor skills. So they'll get a 0 IQ, like if they did an IQ test, because they don't have motor skills. But this girl could understand everything they were saying. Like everything she understood, everything her parents were saying. Never was saying for not 12 years, but she grew up to 12. She was able to do this. I didn't get to see what this is. I gotta look it up still. I just heard it yesterday. Rapid prompting something. And this could be completely wrong. To me, from what I understood from this guy talking about his daughter, it sounds like she almost has a Ouija board, and I'm not trying to make light of this. This is just what I was envisioning. That she had a Ouija board and somehow spelled out sentences at 12 finally. And she said she could understand everything they were saying. Parents didn't know that. To me, that kind of seemed like as if someone was in a coma, and the whole time they could hear whatever in the room was saying, as long as they were in the coma or whatever, right? So the guy said, yeah, we felt so bad for many reasons, but who knows what we were saying in front of her, type of thing. That's what I was getting, right? Because you're just they were probably deflated at points and stuff, and she's probably seen them deflated, and I don't know, maybe yelling, I don't fucking know. This guy seemed pretty docile and pretty smart, but I guess he's learned the language, the lingo related to it, so maybe that's why he seems intelligent on the topic. Because you'd obviously learn a lot over the years. But he said they tried the best institutes in the United States. They tried apparently in Atlanta and San Diego, I believe, where the place is. And then eventually, I don't know. I can't. Yesterday it was 3 hours, but just off the top of my head, I don't even have this written down. Just thought about it. It was very intriguing though, because from what I understand, people with autism can have some super strength. Like the world's strongest man is on the spectrum. And his brother isn't on the spectrum, and he's not the strongest man in the world. He's one of them. He's he's a top 10 guy. but his brother that's on the spectrum, his twin brother, like it's pretty crazy. But I've like heard and seen like people, like with autism can have a lot of strength, and there's like savants, right? There's people on the spectrum that are just like can just numbers. They're just incredible with numbers. Not obviously Rayman's pretty like not the example I would like to use, but that there's these kids that can play instruments with regular parents that aren't musicians, and no formal teaching. There's kids that could like rip a piano or a fucking cello or whatever. There's savants that can have unbelievable memories. So what I don't know, but it made me think, what are these nonverbal people capable of that we don't know? That it took this guy and his wife 12 years to figure out, to be able to use this letterboard thing. And then he could finally talk to his daughter for the first time in 12 years. Pretty incredible. And I talked to my mom about, she's worked with people that are, and it's tough, and it's tough on the parents, she said. A lot of work, but pretty interesting. That didn't niggle me. Just aside. Thought I had. Totally different type of things here. I saw this. Where's it? 5 people charged with $250,000 liquor theft. Okay? Guess what all their last names are? Singh and one Kumar. Sharndeep Singh, Simranjeet Singh, Samarpreet Singh, Prabpreet Singh, Anj Kumar. Police bust them. $250,000 Indian students. $250,000 liquor theft. Indian students on visas. What the fuck? What kind of vetting is going on? Like, come on, man. Country is fucking embarrassing. Canada's fucking embarrassing. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I probably have. Numerous times. We're not getting these Epstein files. We're not getting. I'm just gonna go with, from now on these certain things that are being withheld for no fucking reason. 9/11, COVID, whatever. Jeffrey Epstein. I know he worked for Israel because Ghislaine's dad did. I know Jeffrey Epstein worked for Israel, and that's why their national secrets can't be fucking, there has to be blacked out information in the Epstein files, because he worked for Israel. And the government's not allowed to talk bad about Israel. Israeli agent, Mossad, or another one of those CIA type things that they got 100%. Why would Les Wexner sign over power of attorney? To Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody does that. We're never getting that. We're never getting it. So I'm going to. If you won't show me, then I'm going to believe that that's exactly why you won't show me. And I'm going to, for the rest of my life, tell everybody that's what it is. Because nobody will, you won't tell me. I think I know why. Why won't you tell me that? Well, why is there redacted 9/11 file still? I know why. Because Israel knew about it. They did. Why did they have people there filming it? Why did they have the Otago messenger knowing it was going to happen? Why did Bibi Netanyahu write about it in his book? That's what I'm saying. Alright. What do we got two more. Which one is the last one? This girl, Jody Vance, died. And I think you should be able to do whatever you want unless you're not hurting anybody. But is it worth it? It's not, obviously, in this case. This girl died at 20 years old. And the word is dehydration. And this girl, 20 years old, obviously ran gear. Like, obviously took steroids. Obviously did. Probably not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a ton, but she did. I can tell. And I wish nobody did. I wish no girls did. I can understand running cycles when you are The Rock or you're Zac Efron, if you're an actor or everything that's made for girls is very rough, is very bad, is not good for you at all to be taking. Girls can take testosterone like healthy, but I don't think they should be. Unless for like medical issues and not your own like self-diagnosed medical issues. And guys should wait as long as possible to take any testosterone. I can understand if you can be the best at something. I can understand it. If you can make hundreds of millions of dollars, fuck yeah, I can understand it. I can understand if you got, for some, I don't know how you're pulling it off, but for the next 40 years of your life, you're making $100K a year. if somehow that was possible, maybe I could understand that you're gonna take shit. Other than that, it is hurting the end of your life. It is bad on your organs to be taking gear. It's not worth it unless you're going to achieve greatness, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I think it's fucking stupid to do that shit unless you're gonna make a living, like a good living, and you can take care of your health afterwards. A girl dying at 20 years old that I know was running gear from being dehydrated. Doesn't make sense. And I just see it and I'm like, oh, this girl was like hardcore, probably for sure. If she's running gear that young, she's into it hardcore, loves it. I looked at her Instagram profile and this girl loves it, loved it, and it sucks. It's a shame. That's stupid. That sucks. Any innocent life is just doesn't. It's stupid. It sucks. That's why I don't like the Russia-Ukraine war at all. I don't like either side. Anybody dying. I don't like Ukrainians being conscripted and fucking having to go there to fucking die to war. That's stupid. I don't like that at all. That's fucking dumb. I don't like Russia or Putin making Russians go and fight and die. Stupid, dumb. loss of life, just dumb. I remember like learning about it pretty young because there were people like Russians that were defecting, like Sergei Fedorov, like way back in the day, hockey, defecting at like a world championships. I'm pretty sure he defected at. Cubans, they would run to the American embassy in places like that. A world champion, I love athletics, so I was watching from young. And he just hearing these stories of like world championships or like Olympics and stuff, and some athletes like showing up for the games and disappearing, and then some running to American embassy. Because some of those countries were fucking in shambles in times. And that was their chance to take the risk and try and run away. Because in Russia, so back to like Russia, like yeah, being conscripted, you have to do, or your mandatory military service. So people would defect. And basically, if you're going to defect, you better make it to be an all-star in order to ever be allowed back there. That's like what it seems, what always seemed like. So no innocent lives. It's just it sucks. It's stupid. It's a waste. And I hate girls. I don't even think should compete because it's just asking for an eating disorder. I don't think guys should even compete. The only reason I competed because I'm skinny, so it's easy for me to diet compared to the majority of people. That's the easy part. Putting on weight is way harder. But the majority of people, if you're a thicker fucking person, it's fucking, you're asking for an eating disorder by competing. You're asking to fucking hurt your body. Your body's gonna hate you. So I just don't even recommend competing to the majority of people. If you're skinny, girls could compete in like bikini and shit like that, but like running gear isn't bad for you. It's gonna fucking, I know you can record your voice as a girl. I know you can record your voice every day, and then when your voice starts deepening, you go off your gear. You can try and play that game. You can fuck your period up. Your jaw is probably going to be more pronounced. Whether you maybe like that. You're gonna get wide shoulders. You might like that. Your clit enlarges. Science. I don't know. But you're gonna have an eating problem. That's the biggest thing about bodybuilding, is you're gonna have an eating problem. Dieting. It's gonna fuck you up when you come off your diet. To the majority of people. And I'm skinny, and that's the only reason that it's easy for me. But I don't recommend it, and I don't for the majority of guys. And I don't recommend it for girls. It's not worth it. Just keep lifting weights. Get fucking stronger. Because nobody taking drugs. It shortens your life to look good. I'm trying to live forever. I haven't felt like I aged in a long fucking time. Doesn't even matter every year. Doesn't even matter. I've never felt older. Stronger than I've ever been. Can do everything that I could, and there's nothing that I can't do that I did before. But I've been training for 18 years. Because I like it. Pretty cool to see what your body can do. In running gear, I'm like, it's false hope, because I get fucking way bigger and stronger, and then eventually you have to go off. Eventually it becomes time, whenever that is. Maybe you tamper it down in your 40s, and then, but like, then you're never gonna get better. I don't know. There's just always something about, if I go that route, it's short-lived. It's false hope to me, because you're never gonna be as big and strong naturally when you come off, and you're always gonna want to do it. That was my thought. Always gonna want to keep doing it. And then I think I feel like 40, you gotta stop doing that stuff regardless. 40ish, you gotta stop doing that stuff and just be like testosterone. Kid situation, I'd like to have them. Your kid situation can be fucked from it. And there's shit to help bring that back, but I don't think it's worth it. But I think it's worth it if you're The Rock. I understand why he fucking takes steroids. Look how much money he makes. And he's gonna be able to take care of his health. I can understand that. He has all the money in the world. Alex Rodriguez had the $330 million contract or something like that. $330 million. And so he was going and getting a bunch of fucking shit from a lab. Comprehensive fucking drug list. Got busted. All that money on the line? Can't say I wouldn't do it. I don't know. But for me, it didn't seem worth it. How good can I even be naturally? Some stuff I don't know, because I haven't progressed yet. So what can I do in it? How good can I be? If I was gonna do it, I should have did it a long time ago. So I feel like that's just a waste of time to ever do it again now. I just don't think, I think it's a short-lived thing. You get really big and strong, and then you're nothing like you were for the rest of your life. I don't know. That's I know I'm gonna regress eventually, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem worth it to me. I mean, I hope girls don't do it. My last story is a fucking stupid one, but and it's real. I looked it up, and I'll read the article. There's articles, but I got one. Where is it? Oh, Terry Rozier. Mark my words. That guy's gonna be in trouble. Terry Rozier. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble. It looks to me like he's fixing games. That's what it looks like to me, in my opinion. Terry Rozier, I think you're gonna be in trouble. March 5th, 2025. 30 officers have been charged in connection with Gladiator fights. They sometimes seem encouraged inside California Youth Detention Center. The state attorney general said they got to get Kamala back in there, fucking round these people up. Charges against them include child endangerment and abuse, conspiracy, and battery. Officers tallied 69 fights at Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in Downey, California from July to December 2023. An investigation into the brawls began after footage from one of the fights was leaked, leading to find 149 victims, ranging from 12 to 18 years old. What the fuck? That's crazy. I'm reading it for a second time, and it's still like, what the fuck? That's crazy to be doing it. Like, they did a bunch of stuff. So if a few of them are suing, they should all be suing. Left the tab up. I gotta look into if it doesn't seem like it's a private juvenile detention, but I'll look into it and see if it's a private one. That place has got to be closing. They got to get sued to fucking high hell, or do the people sue California state? Because that's going on. Like, that's a bunch. Nobody's visiting any of the 143 victims while they're in this juvenile detention, all fucked up. Like, no parents or whatever are coming in. 12-year-olds are fighting. What the fuck are they doing in there? 30 officers. Holy shit. 30 officers got on board to have kids fight, and they were betting on it for sure, right? And like some of them were like one on a bunch. I think that's why it was saying gladiator fights. Like one maybe, would fight 3 people. Like, what the fuck? California, liberal state, got 30 cops on board together for fights. Well, maybe 29 because someone leaked it. I don't know. Or maybe 31. And so 30 got busted for having a bunch of kids fucking buck. And not just one-on-one, having it gladiator style. Some wild shit. They are, I did read, suspended without pay, I think. Till probably maybe all the court stuff's done. Then fired, I imagine. That's my roundup of current events, of things that are niggling me. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Maybe. UFC tomorrow. I'm gonna miss it. Maybe we'll do Saturday. Maybe we'll do Sunday. Deuces.